Are you a mystic? Mysticism is what we are talking about today. If this interests you, stick around and let's get into it. Hi, I'm Veronica and welcome to the Wholeness Shift. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad you found me. And if you're returning and are already part of the family, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Mysticism, at its simplest, is a direct personal experience with the divine. Not through religion or teachings, not through someone else's experience, but through your own inner experience. It's about touching the deeper truths beneath ordinary consciousness. The term mysticism tends to get tossed around like some spooky, creepy secret club. But really, it's a broad term for ancient and deeply human pursuits to connect with the divine. At its heart, mysticism is about one thing: direct experience with the divine. Period. Not dogma, not doctrine, not theology, not theory, but a real encounter with Source, with God, with the universe, with the divine, with the Creator, whatever you choose to call that force, whatever name resonates with you. Mystics across cultures chase the same thing. They're chasing that divine connection and experience with the divine. They're chasing that deep, undeniable presence, that deep, undeniable connection with something bigger than the everyday mind can grasp. They're thinking bigger, they're thinking deeper. They don't want to memorize some lines from a book. They don't want to memorize rules and laws or doctrine. They want to feel it. They want to experience it. And mysticism isn't tied to any one tradition either. It shows up in Christian mysticism, Kabbalah, which is Jewish mysticism. It shows up in Sufism. Is it Sufism or Sufism? I'm not sure, but you know what I'm talking about, the Sufis. It shows up in many, many, many traditions across many cultures. And it even shows up in completely non-religious cultures or non-religious practices like spirituality. The practices might vary, meditation, prayer, chanting, fasting, visualization, but the goal is always the same: direct contact with the deeper layers of reality. Mysticism tends to come with a few themes. One is union with the divine. Mystics aren't trying to learn about the divine. They're trying to experience the divine. They're trying to merge with the divine. They're trying to become one with all that is. They want to feel that oneness. They want to feel that energy. They want to experience that bliss. Not just to think about it or to learn about it. All of the ancient traditions and the people that have come before and the stories of the people who have done it, they want to do it themselves. They want to experience that. Number 2, expanded or altered states of consciousness. I have the hiccups. Sorry. Mystics will report feelings of expansion. If you've experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. You just feel so expansive. You feel bigger than your body, bigger than your head. Reporting feelings of infinite love and oneness, timelessness, dissolving boundaries, dissolving sense of self, bliss, moments where everything makes sense, and then moments where nothing makes sense. You realize that you don't know anything. Number 3, dissolving ego and self-surrender. Mystical paths often involve loosening the grip on me. Me. What about me? The stories, the identities, the insecurities, the ego. You release all of that. You begin to realize that it's not really about me. It's about all that is. It's about the divine. It's about the greater good. and that ego and that loyalty to me, that sense of me tends to dissolve, and you're willing to let it. Because for a long time, there's a power struggle. It wants to dissolve, and you're like, no, 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 no. What about me? What about me? But eventually, you surrender. You surrender yourself, self-surrender, and ego dissolves. And then you can touch the deeper layers of reality underneath. Underneath or within. Some people think it's outward. You expand, you're sensing spirit, you're connecting with the divine. Really, it's going in. I think it's both, actually. I think you go inward and outward. Number 4, ineffability. You have experiences so large and so deep and so powerful that you can't put them into words. It's really hard to articulate. I know I've had so many experiences where I'm trying to tell you guys about it, or I'm trying to tell someone about them, and words just fall so short. It's so hard to put it into words, because how do you put something so much greater than a human experience into human words? The feelings and the downloads and the energy that I feel, the things that I see, the things I experience, the knowings I get. How do you explain it? It's so hard. Because when you experience things so profound, words just fall short. Number 5, noetic experiences. Noetic is defined as wisdom, as direct knowing, implicit understanding. You just know. You know things. Number 6, transient experiences. Meaning that much of what you're going to experience is temporary. Like the waves of bliss that might come over you. The kriyas that might take over and start moving your body. The moments of kundalini energy flooding through you. You have these incredibly powerful experiences, but they're temporary. They wash in and they wash out. Number 7, surrender. Mystics realize that apprehension of knowledge that might not always be accessible to the intellect can be attained through self-surrender and contemplation, stillness, quiet, meditation, all of those things. When you relax and allow the information to flow, the information comes to you. Spirit will give it through one of your gifts, whether claircognizance, whether through clairaudience, clairvoyance, through downloads. The information will come. You might not be able to explain how it came, how you know, you just know. Lastly, nearly every mystical path emphasizes the importance of ethics. Because when you expand your spirituality, you're called to live with compassion, with integrity, with humility. Mysticism is about experiencing life more fully, more deeply, more honestly, being willing to take a hard look at yourself and at everything. And it invites us all to ask the same question. What happens when you wake up and realize that there's more than meets the eye? When you look beneath the surface and into the heart of what's really real? When you have the courage to do that and admit that maybe you didn't know anything all along, and you start to wake up to bigger truths, the answer is your life is about to change. Keep going. If you found this valuable, please like and hit the subscribe button and share it with someone who you think could also use it. Leave me a comment and let me know what your thoughts are. All right, you guys, until next time.